Very good afternoon, everyone. Charles here, FRGNT Daily Chart Analysis, Thursday the 16th of July 2026. First and foremost, apologies, you may well hear some background noise. I am on vacation, but very much so still active in the markets, more active than I was on my previous holidays. Most certainly taken my laptop with me, not just my iPad this time around, so therefore able to conduct my analysis to the same degree of which I'm at home, just minus a couple of screens, but we're very much so able to do that. So yesterday, I'm just going to do a quick summarize before I scope in on what's going on at the moment. As you can see, I've been a little bit lazy with my charts. Late finish yesterday, early start. I'm sure you understand how it is. So yesterday I was pretty much scoping quite a few pairs, to be honest. It's still in color coordination. So GJAU, US dollar CAD, GCAD, they were my favorites of the day. You can see G was there red, and US dollar JPY and EU were in amber for consideration. So we'll go over GJ first and foremost. That in fact was actually a loss taken. That would have been in line with a FRGNT Mastery Asia range type of position, which is a standard type of position. To be honest, I'd take this position 10 times out of 10 over and over again. And actually, if you go through previous videos, in fact this week I took exactly the same setup, which provided me with a nice 3%. So why would I not take this identical setup that was provided and presented to me in the charts yesterday? So GJ first and foremost in terms of the Asia range criteria must really find a fit. It's 15-minute time frame only first and foremost. It's not dependent on any of the higher time frame analysis. It's just what's going on the 15-minute time frame, and it's a 15-minute time frame in an immediate downtrend. What I can see here illustrated in red, it clearly is, or was I should say. And then the second criteria as well can you identify a 15-minute order block that has broken structure? So this is that 15-minute order block there. And then when price returns, do we have a break of structure again post Asia close? And what we can quite clearly see here is a structure point was broken in Asia. Therefore, upon the return, I took, I'd say, an immediate type of short position based on the Asia range criteria. So I awaited my criteria, took the position in line with how I always do, but unfortunately, that did end in a loss. So nevertheless, it is what it is. That happens from time to time in trading, and really that's one to write home about. It's a strategy that has a percentage win rate, and therefore when that strategy presents itself, it's down to you as a trader if you wish to trade it. I wish to trade that certain type of strategy yesterday. You can see how Asia was printing those higher highs and higher lows in Asia. London opened, broke those Asia lows, giving me the intention of the move from London coming out of the order block that was created, of which broke structure points to the left hand side. Therefore, when price returns, a quick lower time frame break of structure, and I'm in that trade, as I say, 10 times out of 10. It wasn't to be that time around. We continue to move on, and of course, if that type of setup presents itself, be sure that I will be looking to take those types of positions over and over and over again. So that's GJ spoken about. AUDUSD, here is a good example of how you can avoid a loss. So as I always say, you really want to be trying to identify trading in line with structure. I understand higher time frame points of interest when you're trading out of those higher time frame points of interest. Price getting into those points of interest are going to be immediately against you. As you can see in this criteria, or in this situation, you can see how the 15-minute time frame was very much so bullish. Therefore, the best way for me to want to take that position is wait for some structure points to be broken to the downside, and at least at that point I'm trading alongside the 15-minute time frame. As you can see, as price starts to develop, I'm illustrating those structure points. I'm also doubling those structure points by way of order blocks. Therefore, these are places on the market or points of interest where I would expect a reaction towards the upside. Therefore, if price was then to break those structure points to the downside and price then return back to the order block that caused that break of structure, I'd then be looking for my lower time frame break of structure and taking a higher time frame directional trade in line with lower time frame price action and structure. So as you can see, no break of structure here on the 15-minute time frame yesterday. Therefore, simply for me, absolutely no trade. So that's really a quick 5-minute breakdown of yesterday's plays. A loss on GJ and no real position at all for me to materialize on AU. So with that said, I'll get to the charts now, start my analysis hopefully before New York opens, and then I'll be looking to post some of my chart analysis and then conduct a FRGNT live call for this afternoon. All the very best, everyone, for your trading journey. Do take care. And again, apologies for any background noise you may hear, but that's sometimes how it's got to be in the summer months. If I'm willing to take my laptop with me, which this time I am, then you will hear a little bit of background noise on those breakdowns. Do take care. Speak to you again soon. Charles.